The For the People Act is a new legislation that will change the voting system in the United States. My purpose today is to inform you about some of the arguments associated with H.R. 1 and the For the People Act, which is currently before Congress. I grew up in a family that is very interested in the political landscape. My family relies on sound policies to make a living. The information that I'll be providing today has been sourced directly from articles published within the last 6 months from accredited agencies. I'll be providing some information on why people do or do not support H.R. 1. We'll first cover the 2 reasons people do support the bill, and then we'll follow that with the 2 reasons people oppose the bill. With our agenda formed, we will now look at the reasons people do support the bill. There are 2 primary reasons people support H.R. 1. The first reason people support H.R. 1 is that they believe it will create transparency in the way elections are funded. Peter Stevenson, the senior political producer of the Washington Post, wrote an article on H.R. 1 on 2 June 2021. In this article, he wrote, H.R. 1 would require super PAC and dark money groups to disclose their donors publicly, a step Democrats say would eliminate one of the most opaque parts of the United States election process. Essentially, what Mr. Stevens is saying is that H.R. 1 would ensure that where election money is coming from is disclosed. The second reason that they feel H.R. 1 should be passed is it will increase voter accessibility. Jane Tim of NBC News explained a little about this in an article written 10 March 2021. In other words, the bill would authorize online voter registration, create an automatic registry for no voters, and create a vote-by-mail system. With the 2 reasons given for why people support the bill, we will now go into the 2 reasons people oppose the bill. There are 2 primary reasons why people oppose H.R. 1. The first reason is they believe H.R. 1 will use taxpayer dollars to fund political campaigns. Representative Rodney Davis from Illinois lays out the benefits of the For the People Act for politicians in an article published by The Hill, which is an independent news site. The article was released 7 March 2021. He says, H.R. 1 creates public subsidies for campaigns through a 6-to-1 taxpayer match on small donor campaign contributions up to $200. For every $200, the federal government will pay $1,200 of taxpayer dollars to a congressional or presidential campaign, meaning, regardless of whether you support my bid for a re-election, $1 million in public funds would have been sent to me to get me re-elected last cycle had this bill been passed. Representative Davis is concerned that there would be a monetary benefit to politicians when running for office, and this is hidden under the guise of equality. The second reason is that they believe H.R. 1 limits the freedom of speech. 2 ACLU lawyers, Kate Ruena and Sonia Gill, released a statement 3 March 2021 in the Washington Post on what limits H.R. 1 would place on the freedom of speech. They said, it could directly interfere with the ability of many to engage in political speech about causes that they care about that impact their lives, by imposing new and onerous disclosure requirements on nonprofits committed to advancing those causes. To summarize their statement, H.R. 1, in their opinion, would limit nonprofit organizations' voices when it comes to political causes that they support. In conclusion, the debate over H.R. 1 is multifaceted. And let's review what we learned today. First off, we learned that there are 2 main reasons people support the bill. The reasons that people support the bill is that people feel it will increase transparency in the election process, and it will increase voter accessibility. The second thing we learned today was the 2 reasons why people oppose H.R. 1, which is they believe H.R. 1 will use taxpayer dollars to fund campaigns, and they will limit freedom of speech. You now have a little bit more information on how U.S. elections will be affected by H.R. 1. I hope that will help you make a decision on whether you do or do not support the bill.